Hello students, welcome you all. My name is Parul Gupta, your computer science teacher. I hope you all are fine. So student, as you all know that we have already completed with our last chapter, that is chapter 7 Python fundamentals. We have already completed and we have discussed few examples, or you can say the few programs from our chapter 7 in our live class. I hope you all get it. So what I want from you, that whatever the programs is to be there in your book, okay, that you have to practice, okay, by your own. And if you don't understand anything, that you can ask me, okay. So yes students, so basically in today's session we are going to start with our new chapter, that is chapter 8, data handling. Okay, data handling means how to handle the data. Now which type of a data we have to handle, that we are going to discuss in this chapter. Okay, so the topics to be covered in this unit, or you can say that in this chapter, are, let's discuss those topics. First of all, yes, so these are the topics that what we are going to discuss. First is data types, that actually what data type is, and second is built-in data types available in Python, that also we're going to discuss. And these are the few data types available in Python, that is, first is numbers, second is strings, third is list, fourth is tuple, and the fifth one is dictionary. As we have already discussed with numbers, string, but this list, tuple and dictionary is something new for you, right? So that we're going to discuss one by one. Okay, so let's start with the data types. What is data type? Okay, so let's have a look. Yes, Python provides a predefined set of data types for handling the data it uses. Okay, like in Python there are predefined, means already inbuilt data types are there, that what we are using. Data can be stored in any of these data types. Whatever the data we are using, means whatever the value we have assigned to a variable, okay, that can be in the form of any of the data type. For example, data can be of many types, like here I have mentioned, that is integer type, real type, string type, boolean type, etc. Okay, so anything enclosed in quotes represents string data type, you all know, means any data we mention in a quote, okay, means whether it is in single quote or double quote, that will be considered as a string data type. And true and false represent boolean data type. Clear? This we have discussed when we talked about various programs in Python, right? So these are the data types. ये हम पहले भी previous chapter में पढ़ चुके हैं, that what is integers, what are floating points, what is boolean, what is the meaning of string. This we have already discussed, but in this chapter we're going to discuss about all these in detail, plus two more data types are there, that is, sorry, three more, lists, tuples and dictionary. That is something new for you, that also we're going to discuss one by one. Clear children? So I hope now you all get it, what is data type. You just need to keep one thing in your mind, that whatever the value you assign to a variable, that holds any type of data, and that data type is whether it is string data type, whether it is integer data type, whether it is boolean data type, whether it is floating point data type. Clear? So that we are going to discuss one by one. So first we are going to discuss about the numbers data type. Okay, yes, so first we're going to discuss our first data type, the first built-in data type in Python, that is numbers. Numbers means number data types are used to store numeric values in Python. आपको नाम से ही पता चल जाएगा that number means it representing the numeric values in Python. The numbers in Python have following data types. Now numbers is also different types of data type that we're going to discuss one by one. So let's have a look. Yes, so numbers have these type of data type. Okay, we all know what are numbers means when we are dealing with the numeric values. Okay, so numbers also representing various different types of data type. First is integers signed, second is booleans, third is floating point numbers, fifth one is complex number. Okay, so first we shall discuss integers signed. You all know what are integers in mathematics. Integer means when we are dealing with the positive or negative whole numbers. Okay, but what is this term signed, that we are going to discuss. Integers are whole numbers such as 39, 5, 0, etc. They have no fractional parts. Integers are basically the whole number. Okay, means they don't have any fractional parts, means अगर आप decimal में कोई number represent कर रहे हो, so that will not be a part of integers. Okay, so the example of integers are 39, 5, 0. As you can see that there is no signed with these numbers. That means they are by default positive number. So integer sign means that is the integers can be positive as well as negative. So ये जो signed है, that means this integer sign, what it represent whether the number is positive integer or whether the number is negative integer. Suppose if I have written plus 15, that means it is a positive integer, and if I am writing minus 66, that means this minus 66 is a negative integer, and if I'm writing simple 6, that means it is a by default positive integer. So this is the meaning of integer signed. Don't get confused that what is this new term sign. Sign means when we are representing the sign along with the number, whether it is a positive number or negative number. Clear? Now come to the next, that is booleans. What is the meaning of boolean? Boolean we have already discussed. Boolean means whether your statement or whatever the condition you have applied, that condition is either true or either false. Means in boolean we are getting two values, either true and either false. So these represents the truth values, false and true. इनको कहते हैं false and true को truth values. Okay, which type of values? Truth values. Boolean values false and ट्रू बिहेव लाइक द वैल्यूज 0 and 1. जो हमारी बुलियन वैल्यूज़ है, जो फॉल्स एंड ट्रू है, वो सिमिलरली बिहेव वैसे ही करेंगी जैसे हमारी वैल्यू 0 and 1 करेगी. सपोज इफ वी आर गेटिंग 0, दैट मीन्स द कंडीशन इज फॉल्स. दैट मीन्स द कंडीशन इज फॉल्स. सो लाइक हेयर वी कैन मेंशन bool 0, so that means the output we are getting is false. So if I am representing bool in parenthesis I am mentioning 1, so that means output I am getting is true. Means अगर हमारी वैल्यू 1 है तो हमारे पास आउटपुट ट्रू जनरेट होगा. अगर हमारे पास यहाँ पे वैल्यू 0 हमने मेंशन की है तो दैट मीन्स हमारे पास जो आउटपुट जनरेट होगा दैट विल बी false. Okay, let me show you practically on the machine. Like you all can see here that I have typed bool and in parentheses I have given the value 0, so I am getting the output that is false. And if I am representing 1, then what I am getting, let's see, let's check. Bool, then in parentheses I am giving 1, so I am getting true. So that means what you need to remember, that boolean means representing the truth value, that is true or false, and it behaves like 0 and 1. If the value is 0, then it shows the output false, and if it is 1, then it shows the output as a true. Clear, children? Yes, so now we're going to discuss our next number data type, that is floating point numbers. Floating point, a number having fractional part is a floating point number. Means the number in the form of p by q, and when you process, then you will getting number in decimal form. That is the floating point number. For example, I have written here that is 3.145. As you all can see that the decimal is there. Okay, so this decimal represents that this is a floating type of number. Okay, for example, if I have written here 12, then it is by default it is a positive integer. But if I am writing 12.0, then it is not a positive integer. As you can see that decimal point is there, so it is a floating point number. So what you need to remember one thing, that decimal point signals that it is a floating point number. जहाँ पे आपको decimal दिख जाएगा तो वो कौन से टाइप का नंबर हो जाएगा, that is floating point numbers. Okay, fractional numbers can be written in two form. Fractional numbers में भी दो types होती है. First होती है fractional form and the second is exponent form. ये हम पहले भी discuss कर चुके हैं. Fractional form means decimal notation, means your number is purely in a decimal form. You all can see here the examples that what I have written, that is 3500.75, then 0.0005, etc. These are the fractional form. And the second is exponent form, is like 3575e. E represent the exponent form. जब हम इसको प्रोसेस करेंगे तो हमारे पास क्या आएगा, 3575 इंटू 10 रेज़ टू द पावर 3. ठीक है. सिमिलरली 0.5e minus 0.4, that means 0.5 into 10 raised to power minus 4. Similarly this one. Okay, so when means wherever you getting this e, that means this is which type of number, it is exponent number, exponent fractional number. Okay, as these both are the parts of this fractional numbers only, means floating point numbers only. ये इसी का ही पार्ट है. ठीक है, क्लियर. and these are all the built-in data types in Python. Okay, now come to the next, that is complex numbers in Python. This is something new for you. I think this you will learn in maths also, I mean same class in 11th. Okay, so just a brief, I'm telling you that what is complex number. Python represent complex number in the form of a plus bj. maths में ये term होती है आपकी a plus b I, इसे कहते हैं आयोटा, ठीक है. एंड द वैल्यू ऑफ आई इज स्क्वायर रूट माइनस वन. यहाँ पे जे की वैल्यू भी वही होगी, स्क्वायर रूट माइनस वन, ठीक है. सो एनी नंबर इन द फॉर्म ऑफ a प्लस बी जे इज अ टाइप ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर्स इन पाइथन. Like for example, I have written here that is a equal to 0 plus 3.1j. So that means the value of capital A here is 0 and the capital B is 3.1. In the above example, A has real component that is 0 and imaginary component that is 3.1. जब हम complex number के फॉर्म में लिखेंगे, मीन्स a plus bj की फॉर्म में लिखेंगे, तो दिस जो फर्स्ट डिजिट है जो हमारा कैपिटल A था, ठीक है, ये क्या रिप्रेजेंट करेगा, रियल कॉम्पोनेंट. एंड जो ये कैपिटल B है ये क्या रिप्रेजेंट करेगा, imaginary component, ठीक है. and similarly in this 1.5 is a real component and 2 is the imaginary component. although दोनों की वैल्यू मीन्स a और b की वैल्यू किस में होगी, फ्लोटिंग पॉइंट्स में होगी, ठीक है. Python represents complex number as a pair of floating point numbers. Clear? Yes, so now let's discuss few more examples of floating point numbers. As I told you that complex number. As I told you that complex number, their values are always in a floating point form. Okay, like here it's given z equal to 1 plus 2.56j. As you all can see that this is in the form of a plus bj. A is 1 and the b is 2.56j. and the value of j is square root minus 1. Okay, you no need to compute. Right now I'm telling you there are two attributes used with this. One is dot real and second one is dot imaginary. What is this z? The z is the variable that holds the data type of complex number type. Okay, so if I want the value of z dot real, only the real part I want, so the value, the output it gives us 1.0. okay, and z dot imaginary, so the output it will give us 2.56. okay, as I told you that in complex number a plus b j. okay, so this a represents the real part and b represents the imaginary part. So if I want to know the value of a means real, so it will take 1.0 and the value always in a floating point number. And if I want to know the imaginary part, so like this way I can write, so I'm getting the value of the imaginary part. Okay, suppose if I'm getting the statement like z equal to 1 plus 2.5j plus, and then in a parenthesis minus 4 minus 3.5j. so means here I have to compute and then I have to find the exact value. So this real part will compute with the real and imaginary with imaginary. Okay, so this is plus 1 and this is minus 4. So plus minus minus, so 1 minus 4 I'm getting is minus 3. okay, so again then this is plus 2.5j and this is minus 3.5j, so I'm getting is minus 1. okay, minus 1.0j. minus 1 भी लिख सकते हो and you can write minus 1.0 also, so it will not wrong. So now if I want the value of z dot real, so it will give me minus 3.0, and if I want to know the imaginary part, so it will give me minus 1.0. okay, let's take one example that what I'm want to show you practically on the machine. First check here, then after that I'm going to show this practically. okay, what will be the output? You have to tell what is the output of this particular code. okay, p equal to 3j. okay, the value of p is 3j, that means the real part is not there, it's missing. And q equal to p plus 1 plus 1.5j. so you need to compute. So while I'm processing, so I'm getting p is 3j, so I have mentioned 0 plus 3j plus 1 plus 1.5j, and as this is already given, so 0 plus 1 I'm getting 1 and 3 plus 1.5 I'm getting 4.5j. so now if it asks me to print p, okay, so the value of p I'm getting is, what is the value of p I'm getting, 3j. okay, as this is the value of q. So now if I'm getting if I'm giving the command print q, so the output I'm getting is this one. okay, now let's check this practically on this machine. Yes, So you all can see that I have typed P equal to 3J and Q equal to P plus 1 plus 1.5J. Okay, then I have given the command print P. So the P value it has given, that is 3J, and the value of Q is 1 plus 4.5J I am getting. Clear? So this is how it works, or how we are getting the value. You just need to remember one thing, that complex number are always in the form of A plus Bj, where A represents the real part and B represents the imaginary part, and their values always be in a floating point. Clear? Yes, so now we shall discuss our next term, next data type, that is string. So with that complex number we have completed with our first, that is numbers. So now we are going to discuss our next, that is strings. Okay, what are strings? A string in Python can hold, yes, a strings in Python can hold any type of known character, that is letters, numbers and special character. Means string doesn't mean that we are dealing with characters or letters, then only we will call that it is a part of string. No, a string in Python can hold any type of known characters. And what are those known characters? That can be letters, that can be numbers, and that can be special characters. For example, here I have written this ABCD in double quotation, that means it is a string. Then I have mentioned the digits 1 2 3 4 in a quotation. Okay, that is also part of string. Here I have used some special character, that is $sign, then this percent sign, and then this and ampersand, and then again this is in a double quotation, again this is a string. These special character question mark I have taken, again this is a string. Again I have used this question mark but in a single quotation, that is also a string. So that means any number of valid character into a set of quotation marks is also considered as a string. Please don't get कंफ्यूज दैट हम सिर्फ करेक्टर्स या लेटर्स के साथ डील करेंगे तभी हम कहेंगे दैट इट इज़ अ पार्ट ऑफ स्ट्रिंग. नो, इट कैन बी लेटर्स, इट कैन बी नंबर्स, इट कैन बी स्पेशल करेक्टर, बट येस द कंडीशन इज दे कैन बी इन अ set of quotation mark, and that quotation mark is either in double quotes or either in single quote. So then we can call this as a part of strings in Python. Like यहाँ पे मैंने numbers use करे but they are in a order, means 1 2 3 4 या 4 3 2 1 होता है या कोई भी sequence होती है, but these are in a set of quotation mark. So this is also a part of string. Clear children? Yes, next, so string as a sequence of character. A Python string is a sequence of characters and each character can be individually accessed using its index. Python में जो string होती है that is in a sequence of character. Sequence of character that doesn't means कि A के बाद B आएगा, B के बाद C आएगा, C के बाद D. No, if somebody has written the name, that is suppose अगर मैं यहाँ पे अपना नाम लिख लेती हूँ like PARUL, so these are also the sequence of characters. ठीक है, तो P अलग से कंसिडर होगा, A अलग कंसिडर होगा, R अलग कंसिडर होगा, U अलग कंसिडर होगा, सिमिलरली L. ठीक है, so string in Python are stored as individual characters in contiguous location with two-way indexing. मीन्स आप पाइथन में जब भी स्ट्रिंग की बात होगी, जब हम उसमें कोई भी करेक्टर या कोई भी लेटर या कुछ भी हम अगर इसमें कंसिडर करें, सो ईच करेक्टर विल बी इंडिविजुअली एक्सेस. तो हर एक करेक्टर को हम इंडिविजुअली एक्सेस करेंगे. हम बोलेंगे कि 0 पोजीशन पे पी है फर्स्ट. अब सपोज मुझसे कोई पूछे कि इस स्ट्रिंग की लेंथ क्या है, तो 1 2 3 4 5 क्या लेंथ होगी, 5. टोटल 5 करेक्टर्स आर देयर इन दिस पर्टिकुलर. ठीक है, सो दैट मीन्स जब हम इसको काउंट करेंगे तो हम काउंट करेंगे ये 0 पोजीशन पे है, ये 1 पोजीशन पे है, 10 पोजीशन सॉरी ये 0 पोजीशन पे है, ये 1 पोजीशन पे है, ये 2 पोजीशन पे है, 3 पोजीशन पे है और ये 4 पोजीशन पे है. ठीक है, so that means they are in a contiguous location and there are two types of indexing. दो types की indexing होती है, एक होती है forward indexing and the second one is backward indexing. Forward जैसे यहाँ पे मैंने एक एग्जांपल लिया that I have mentioned Python. तो पाइथन में ये इनबिल्ट ये नंबर ये कैसे स्टोर हुआ होगा. पाइथन में देखेंगे कि 0 पोजीशन पे करेक्टर P है, फिर 1 पोजीशन पे करेक्टर Y है, 2 पोजीशन पे T है, 3 पोजीशन पे H है, 4 पोजीशन पे O है, देन 5th पोजीशन पे N है. दैट मीन्स ये होगी फॉरवर्ड इंडेक्सिंग स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 0. फॉरवर्ड में इंडेक्सिंग कहाँ से स्टार्ट होगी, 0 से, और बैकवर्ड में इंडेक्सिंग कहाँ से स्टार्ट होगी, -1 से, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. प्लीज़ बैकवर्ड वाली यहाँ से स्टार्ट मत कर देना. दिस डायरेक्शन इज ऑलवेज फॉरवर्ड एंड इट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम 0 एंड बैकवर्ड इज फ्रॉम दिस एंड एंड it always starts from -1. So that means if I want to know the value name, means as I have declared the variable name and in this variable I have stored this value Python. After this I am showing you this practically on the machine. ठीक है, तो नेम 0 पोजीशन पे मुझे वो करेक्टर दे रहा है p और नेम 1 पोजीशन में मुझे करेक्टर दे रहा है y, देन नेम 2 पोजीशन पे मुझे करेक्टर दे रहा है t, सिमिलरली 3, 4, 5. और जब हम बैकवर्ड की बात करेंगे तो मुझे नेम 6 पोजीशन पे क्या दे रहा है p, -5 पोजीशन पे क्या दे रहा है y, -4 पोजीशन पे क्या दे रहा है 2, -3 पोजीशन में मुझे क्या देगा h, -2 पोजीशन में मुझे o और -1 पोजीशन पे मुझे n. So these are the type of two-way indexing. Python means string as a sequence of character. आपने कोई भी वेरिएबल डिक्लेयर करा है, अगर आपने उसके अंदर कोई स्ट्रिंग डिक्लेयर करी है तो ईच करेक्टर विल बी इंडिविजुअली इंडेक्स्ड. इंडेक्स मीन्स two way of indexing. First is forward and the second is in backward. Forward indexing starting from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4 so on, and backward indexing is starting from -1 till so on. Clear? Now let me show this practically on the machine. Yes, so you all can see here that here I have declared a variable that is name, and in variable I have stored a string data type that is Python, okay, and in double quotes. So right after that in next line I have written print len, len, then name. Len stand for length. So means if I want to know the length of the string, means how many the number of characters I have stored in this particular variable. So if I came to know about the length, so this is the way by using the len function in Python. So like the moment I have written print len name, so it's getting me 6. So how many characters are there in the variable name? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Python stored how many characters? 6 characters. Here? Is that clear to everyone? Yes, so now we shall talk about the one more concept about this string. Yes, so if I want to know that on 0 position what value has been stored in a string, so like here I have written that is print name on 0 position. As I told you, the forward indexing starts from 0. Okay, so I have mentioned name 0, so the character I am getting is p. So like suppose if I am writing print instead of 0, if I am writing let it be -2. Okay, so now let's check what output I am getting. It gives me O, because from backward if I start, so -1 position is N and -2 position is so the answer I am getting is O. Clear? Okay, so like here I have told one more function, that is length function. Okay ji. Yes, one more concept in the string data type, that in string we cannot change the individual letters of a string in place by assignment, because strings are immutable and hence its item assignment is not supported. That means in a string, like here I have declared one string that is name, here I have declared a variable that is name, and in this name variable I have declared a value of string data type that is hello in a single quote. Okay, so that means the value has already been assigned to this variable label that is name, and the value assigned is a which data type, that is string data type. Okay, so now if I want to change the position, like here as I told you that in string each character has hold a contiguous location, that h is on 0 position, on 1 position the character is e, then on second position the character is l, then again in third position the next character is l, then on fourth position the next character is o. So if I want to change the position, that means if I want the name 0 position instead of h, if p will come, so will it be possible? No. Python will generate an error. Why? Because strings are immutable. The meaning of immutable means it does not change. ये concept, this immutable and mutable types, we will discuss later on. This is it is again a very important topic in this chapter only, we will discuss later on. But here what you need to understand, immutable means whatever the value you have assigned, this you cannot change in terms of string data type. ओके लाइक यहाँ पे अगर ज़ीरो पोजीशन पे करेक्टर एच स्टोर्ड है तो मैं ज़ीरो पोजीशन पे इंस्टेड ऑफ एच कोई और करेक्टर स्टोर नहीं कर सकती, बिकॉज इंडिविजुअल लेटर असाइनमेंट नॉट अलाउड इन पाइथन। पाइथन उसको अलाउ ही नहीं करेगा। क्लियर है? लेट्स चेक दिस प्रैक्टिकली। यस, सो लेट्स डिक्लेयर अ वेरिएबल दैट इज नेम equals to I have mentioned hello. Okay, so now if I want name on zero position will come, that is character P. Let's see whether it will take or not. Okay, I'm getting an error. What error I'm getting? That string object does not support item assignment. ठीक है, वो स्ट्रिंग डेटा टाइप में ये फंक्शनैलिटी पाइथन सपोर्ट नहीं करता है, दैट्स व्हाई इट डिडंट टेक। क्लियर? सो दिस मच वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस इन today's session. So whatever the topic we have go through this particular session, please revise each and every topic. Clear, children?